Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to Bromsgrove Indoor Bowling Club, where today we have been streaming the men's singles, Groups A and Groups B. We started off with 16 players, 8 in each group. We actually had 2 players drop out of Group A, so we were down to 14 players. 2 players from each group go through to the last 8, and at the moment the players who are through are Jim Collins and Matt Watkins out of Group A. Currently on ring 3 we have Keith Alders playing Chris Jenkins, and the winner of that game will go through as a qualifier from Group B. The score on that rink at the moment is 17 to Keith Alders, 9 to Chris Jenkins. And the match we are streaming this afternoon is for the other qualifying place, and that is between Ray Kellard and Kevin Kinsella. They are just having trial ends at the moment, and the game will start shortly. So in the Group B session, first round we had Wayne Marsden played Ray Kellard. Ray Kellard won that one. Colin Ross played Kevin Kinsella. Kevin Kinsella won that one. Chris Jenkins played Tom Hennessy, and Chris Jenkins won that one. Keith Alders played Rob Davis, and Keith Alders won that one. Marking for this game is the loser of the last round, Rob Davis. The match is 21 up or 2.5 hours after trial ends. We're playing respot rule, so there'll be no dead ends as such. And the players may visit the head whenever they wish. We have Kevin Kinsella playing with Tiger Pros, size 4. Ray Kellard, Henselite, Dreamline, size 5. Normal. So as soon as they get started, myself and Richard Davis sat next to me, we'll try and keep you entertained and as informed as we possibly can.
Good afternoon, everybody. Darren.
Yeah.
Good job today, mate.
Yeah, everything's run smoothly. We had a couple of dropouts, which I was aware of beforehand, but everybody has turned up. We've had Marcus turn up and volunteer to help on that score, and it's gone without a hitch.
Many thanks for those.
Yeah, absolutely. Without the markers, we wouldn't be able to do it this way. Just a reminder that in 2 weeks' time, on Saturday the 24th, we will have the same event happening with players from Group C and Group D. That's another 16 players, and there are 4 places up for grabs to make up the final 8. So make a date in your diary and tune in for that one.
Now, does the final 8 play off to the final 2 in March?
Yeah, that's right. What happens is the final 8 play very much the same as today. They'll turn up. They don't know who their opponent is until they turn up. They draw out of a hat at random a number, and that decides as to which rink they're playing on and who they're playing against. Again, they will need to play 2 games to get through, and by the end of play on that day we'll have the 2 finalists, and they will play over finals weekend. Last year Kevin Kinsella, who's in the all black here, just about to bowl his trial wood, managed to get to the final. He lost in the final to Steve Morris. Steve Morris, I believe, has won this competition, I think 4 times, hasn't he?
Something, yeah.
3 or 4 times, I
It's
think 4
definitely
times.
thereabouts.
Ray Kellard, who is on the mat at the moment, has also won this competition. I believe he's won it once, but he also last year he managed to win the club 2-wood singles. So they're very, very competent draw bowlers, a pair of them, and it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top of this one. Kevin had a relatively easy run in the first round. He won by something like 21-5, 21-6. That game was over in probably an hour, less than an hour. Ray had to work a bit harder, coming from behind from 8-0 down to win, I think it was 21-16 or 21-17 against Wayne Marsden. That was a long game that went for almost a full 2.5 hours, around about 2 hours 15, I think. So probably Ray is a little bit more
Jaded.
yeah. Whereas, but having said that, Kevin has been a bit under the weather. There is a virus going around at the moment, so it seems to be affecting every other person at the club.
Would I be right in saying did Ray and Kevin play in the county singles this year?
I don't know. You could be right, Richard.
I'm not sure. I know they were playing against one another.
And,
It might have been the national.
right, and do you know who came out on top of that?
I think Ray did, if I'm right in what I've said.
Well, there you go. So there's obviously history then from earlier on this season. Thank you. And while we're doing the small talk, I'd just like to thank Helen for providing us with all the equipment, getting us all set up and enabling us to stream these games. Hope you're enjoying them. Any comments, good, bad or otherwise, would be welcome. And here we go. So it's 4:10. They've got 2.5 hours to complete the game. Ray deciding to take the mat right up. So this is going to be a short to middle length mark.
Do you think he's tired?
Yes.
That's why he's took the mat.
I know in years gone by he has sort of moaned about having to play 2 games. He does find it hard because it's not just the physical, it's more the mental. Remaining focused is quite hard to do, especially if you've had a tough first game. But this is a format that we've used now for around about 5 years. Some players like it, some don't. Swings and roundabouts, whatever you do. So anyway, so we've got a relatively short mark there. Ray bowling his first wood on the forehand, finishing good yard and a bit down. And Kevin also lets him to bowl on his forehand. Over on rink 3, the Chris Jenkins, Keith Alders game. Currently 11 shots to 17 in favour of Keith. Kevin's a bit wild with that first one. He's managed to ditch it, which maybe that's just nerves.
Sometimes though, if you've been off the rink longer than the other person, that does make a difference.
I think also as well, Richard, there isn't much going on now in the way of games. There aren't that many people on the rinks, and as silly as it sounds, that can affect how the rinks run. They can slow up a yard. The one rink heater up this top end where they're bowling from, that's on at the moment. That warm the area up a little bit, and that might put a yard of pace back into the green in the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Definitely. Without a doubt, when the heaters are on, I think you can. Everybody knows and feels the difference.
Yeah. So Kevin managing to nudge Ray's wood up, and at the moment it looks like 2-0 to Ray as it stands. But there's still plenty of room. A little bit awkward to get in on a draw line, but it is there as long as you're not bowling tight, unless you're coming on the other hand through the gap. But Ray sticking with the forehand again.
Looks very short.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll take them a couple of ends to get back into the swing of things.
And to be fair, ring 4 probably isn't the easiest of rings to bowl. It has got a few little tricks and quirks on it. So Kevin bowling with the lighter blue woods. Ray bowling with, they are actually a dark blue wood. They might look black on the screen, but
It's a little bit heavy again for Kevin.
Ray sticking with the forehand shot.
It's a lot better,
Yeah, he's got a good wood there. I think the jack length on this mark would be, what, about 25 metres, do you think, Richard?
Just, yeah,
I think
it's well below the
yeah. I think
margins.
T to T is around about 33, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
I honestly don't know. I'll be honest, I've been here 8 years and
It's either 30,
never-
either 31 or 33 anyway. So I'll try and inform you within reason, to at least whether it's short, medium or long. One of these days I'm going to get the tape measure out and measure the green.
why do that? Why not send Helen out to do it now?
Could do, yeah. I mean, it would be good for her to make herself useful, wouldn't it?
Well, this,
Watch what I'm saying. I don't want to be wearing a hot cup of tea. So Ray winning the first end. He's brought the mat right up again. This is going to be 24, 25 metre mark by the looks of it. The mat is right up, isn't it? So 3-0. 3 shots first end, 3-0 to Ray. Matt, the jack is, well, bang on T length. And just an update on the other game. Keith Holders has just beaten Chris Jenkins 21-12. So he is the third player out of the 4 to go through to the last 8. He joins Jim Collins and Matt Watkins.
yeah, Ray pulling up a little bit short there, about 4 foot,
Yeah.
4.5 foot. I mean, watching the players and seeing how they bowled earlier on, I think he got an easy 3 on the first end.
I think watching, from what I've seen of the previous games as well, neither players bowled many ends of this sort of length. They've all been 3/4 to 4 length.
Yeah,
And I think Ray is employing this tactic to try and catch Kevin out, because he obviously appreciates what a decent draw player he is. So at the moment Kevin holding shot. Shot wood's probably 2 foot in front of the jack. And Ray sending one down on the forehand to get shot wood. That's a very good wood there. It does give Kevin a shoulder to rest on, but it's got to be a good wood to get shot there. And Kevin actually turning his wood over and coming in the other way. Now that's a bit of a surprise. What do you think?
Well, he's
Oh,
put a bit of weight on it
Yeah.
as well.
He's having a go at it. And he's got it. And that, well, Kevin, that is a very good wood. Ray's has gone off the green into the ditch, I believe, as has a jack. But Ray's wood
That's it.
wasn't a toucher, so that'll...
No.
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 So, just for anybody who isn't sure, if somebody bowls a draw shot to the jack, or any shot to the jack and hits the jack with the wood, it gets chalked. And should that wood end up in the ditch at a later stage, that wood is still live. So that's why Ray's wood has been removed, because it didn't touch the jack when he bowled it. So Ray has just bowled to the edge.
It must be right on the edge.
I'll just have a quick look at that and see if I can update you as to where the jack
Yeah.
is. His wood has finished about a foot from the edge of the ditch, and I believe he's probably shot wood at the moment. We can't show you, unfortunately, on camera because the angle doesn't allow for that. And Kevin has just, well, he's just drawn and hit Ray's wood and finished alongside it. Oh, it's actually gone out of rink. So Ray's wood is actually must be sitting on the line on the edge of the rink. I don't know if we can see any better from the other end, whether we can zoom to that or no, we can't. So. And Ray has tried to draw another one. He's managed to keep the wood on the edge of the ditch. So that is a counting wood. He's currently holding 2 shots. Kevin has got to, well, he's got to do well to even save here. He's coming in on the other hand.
I think that's racing a bit.
Yeah, it's not a bad effort. Just a couple of rolls too heavy. That's finishing the ditch, so that's going to finish Ray to 2 shots. So that's a 5-0 lead after a couple of ends. More importantly, Ray's got control of the mat and jack length. Sticking with what he's used to. The mat is probably about 1.5 yards
Forward.
off the furthest mark up. So this is going to be around about a 24 metre mark, providing he doesn't ditch the jack.
It's to travel.
And that's might, well, there's going to be a question mark as to whether that is actually a full mark. I've got a feeling they might be measuring that to see if it's 23 metres. Yeah, the minimum length you can set in this game is 23 metres. If you don't, then your opponent then gets a jack and he can set a mark of his own choosing. I'm guessing this will be, I reckon it'll be just about a mark. I reckon about 23 point, well, somewhere between 23 and 23 and a half, I think. Measure to the front of the wood, is that right, Richard?
Yeah.
To the front of the jack.
22 and a half.
22 and a half. I thought it was 23 and a half. No, it was 20. You're right, Richard. Your ears are obviously better than mine.
I wish it was the eyesight.
If you just excuse me for 1 minute, I'll go and collect that tape because that's going to be in somebody's eye line, and I'll join you in a minute.
Right. That means now Kevin has control of the jack, and he can pick what he wishes. So he's just about covering the tee with the mat, and he's about 4 foot short from the top tee. As all you players out there know, this is always a critical time where you want to get a good wood in when there's a change of length.
There've been 1 or 2 good games today, Richard. I mean,
Yeah.
the first game this morning against Matt and Nick, that went to a 21-20. Matt managing to come back from, I think, 12-0 down, I believe.
That's correct, yeah. I think they were both nearly as tired as the marker.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of stick off the sideline.
Keith giving us his full support from the sidelines after coming off, winning 2 games. It's good to see him back bowling.
As a lot of you people know, the stick I take off some of these, I'll get it back.
Yeah, what comes around goes around. Or is it what goes around comes around?
That's
I don't
exactly
know.
right, yes.
Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Back to the game, Ray Kellard.
Ted Lowe's are sticking together now.
Yeah, Ray's got very good line there.
Yeah, I think he's probably holding with that, do you think?
Could be, yeah, there's
It's,
not a lot in it.
Kevin's wood's probably slightly wider the line than what Ray's are, aren't they? I would think. The Dreamlines historically are quite a tight wood, but they must be to do with how Ray delivers them. He tends to find a bit of green with his shots, doesn't he? They have a bit of a finish on them.
Right, so we just had the off the marker, 1 down and a measure for 2.
To Kevin, is that?
Yep,
Right, okay.
yeah.
Good effort from Ray, just fell up a bit short, needed perhaps a yard of, well, 2.5 feet on that to get to the jack, or a yard to try it through. Both players going up to have a look at the head, see what the state of play is.
Just a quick to all the Bromsgrove, more so the Bromsgrove bowlers. We have a couple of national area final matches down here over the coming weeks. Hopefully we can get permission to stream them. It all depends on the people that are playing, but but I think it's the EIBA have asked us if we can provide the rink.
Right, okay.
So
Do you know who the match what the match is? Or?
I believe there's 4 from Malvern and the other 4 are from Solihull.
Oh, right, okay. That would be interesting.
And there might be a triples as well, but I'm not too sure about that. So
Well,
keep watching and
keep an eye on the Facebook page, and
that's it. Yeah.
you'll be updated as soon as we know.
Ray's just took shot with that last wood.
Yep.
So it should be a very interesting and exciting match.
Now I always presume that Kevin would perhaps just try and draw in here. You've got what, good 18 inches or so to get in.
Yeah.
So a decent draw ball will win the end. Doesn't really want to be dragging the jack because Ray's got three woods just behind. Nice draw shot. It's going down on the forehand. Oh, is that a draw line or is that controlled weight? Looks like controlled weight to me. It's a strange shot selection that is, Richard. I'm not quite sure.
I think he tried to draw it. Probably tried to rest Ray's wood,
Yeah,
fall off it.
yeah.
I mean, now that there's a little bit of a break in the procedure, Helen can update us on, is it a national 4s and triples that we could possibly be looking forward to? We don't know yet, but we'll try and keep you as updated as we can about it.
Well, back to the game. Ray's sticking with the mat right up. I think it's about one spot back from full length. And he's put the jack on the tee, so that's going to be around about, I think around about the 24 metre mark. It's worked for him so far. He's got a 6-0 lead. So why change? Bowling forehand. And I feel if you can win 2 or 3 ends, as Ray has done, and settle on a mark, and that jack is crucial because it gives you a feel for the weight for your first wood.
It does, but you would expect after a couple of ends the opposition would get used.
If you're playing
Used to
if you're playing the same length, you'd expect them to pick it up. But I just think it's like almost like bowling an extra wood, isn't it? I mean the jack.
The thing is that we do this on our weekly league matches, so really they should be, they play enough matches, so they should be.
It's surprising how few people actually put the mat up during the league games, isn't it? It's
Well,
usually
it is.
on the tee or within 3 spots of the tee generally, isn't it? I'm surprised more players don't play around a little bit more with the mat, to be fair. But he fell short with that one. Yard or so down.
There again, it stops Kevin coming with a little bit of weight on that side, doesn't it?
Yeah, he could still get in on the draw line, but if he wants to play anything like controlled weight, then that takes that away from it, really, from him. So Kevin electing to draw on his backhand.
Yeah, I think he's just pushing it through a little bit.
Yeah, very similar to his first wood.
Yeah.
Not in a bad place there, not a bad effort, but in singles you've got to be trying to get within, I don't know, 12 inches, maybe 15 inches for your woods to count. You know, when players are bowling 4 woods,
I think it's
consistently.
like we've always said, you know, giving ones away, the odd 2 isn't drastic. It's when you give the 3s and the 4s away, that's when it hurts.
Well, it can take you a few ends to pull them shots back, can't it?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, a prime example today when Matt played his first 4 ends, I think he gave a 3 and 2 4s away,
Yeah.
something like that. But he dragged it back. But he dragged it back just by 1s and the odd 2.
Yeah,
But fair play to him, he stuck at his task.
yeah. I think the current situation is, well, Ray's definitely holding 2. I think it's only 2.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Kevin needs to find his arm and get his weight sorted and start plonking some around the jack. Otherwise, Ray will run away with this. Ray sticking with the forehand. Well, that seems a bit of a strange choice. I mean, there is room to get in, obviously, especially if he lands on the backwoods. Yeah, it looks like he's covering. I think he's probably put that there deliberately to make Kevin think twice about sending a runner down.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Kevin wants to come down at that and put the jack out of rink, Ray would probably win the respot, wouldn't he, on that now?
I would
He'd
think so. On the
Probably get it over 2 there, or even, yeah. Yeah, respot, I'm just guessing on the left-hand side. Kevin's coming down on his backhand, so if the jack's going anywhere, it's going to the left.
well, he's put a little bit into that.
It's a reach and draw shot, isn't it? I think he's trying to draw to the shot wood, isn't he? Rest it and perhaps fall. And, well, he's bowled a wood here.
Yeah.
And that's a lovely wood from Kevin. Ray did leave him that little bit of room, and Kevin took advantage, and he's got himself on the board. No doubt he'll be doing something with the mat. Indeed he is. The mat is 4 spots up. And I'm guessing the jack will probably end up round about the tee, which will
Be a medium range length.
be around about 3 or 4 yards longer than what they've just been playing. 27, 28 metre mark.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah. So somewhere in the region of 29 to 30 metres, assuming it's a 33 metre rink.
Yeah, this is where it's all important. Is getting that first wood, that telling wood, just to put the pressure on the others. And
But not only that,
Kevin's
it also takes the pressure off you as a player. If you can get that first wood within say 15 inches, you know you're at least going to have a good second wood if you're not holding shot after the first.
Well, the thing is, I think more so, it makes you feel you're not going to be too much down if things go wrong.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin, unfortunately, he's finished almost 2 yards down.
So is Ray.
2 yards off, and Ray hasn't punished him. And actually, both woods there, they might not be exactly on the draw line, but standing on the mat looking at them, you've certainly got to make allowances for the fact the woods are there, and either cut inside or have the confidence to give them that extra bit of green, which Kevin has done. He's cut it inside. His weight's much better, but he's drifted away, and he's still a good yard off the jack there. Ray coming down on the forehand.
I mean, we'd all be looking to say we didn't do it with our first one, like Ray, but we would hope our next one would be a lot better. Has he got round it, I ask? No.
And again, I don't think that was reaching, to be honest, Richard. I think if it was jack high on weight, I think he'd have skipped round that wood and come in.
Yeah.
But it looked to me as if he was missing a yard and a half off that.
Well, I think even more than that, really, because you've still got the bend in the wood.
Well, Kevin's elected to cut inside again. The weight's good, but it is going to run away a little bit. But that's a good shot. He's holding 2, maybe 3. So Ray needs to get something in the head for Kevin to beat. Otherwise, he could end up with a full house. Ray sticking on the forehand. He's just got to avoid those front woods and find good weight. and it's on the way it looks a bit better.
Yeah.
And he's managed to skip round his woods, and
Yeah.
that is a very good effort there. And I believe that shot would.
Could well be, yeah.
It's
If it's not, the thing is, it's cut it down. That's
well, it's a very good second if it's
Yeah.
not sharp.
yeah.
And
It's all about not giving your opponent easy outs.
well, Kevin's having a little run at that, and he's going to take his
He's
own wood
took
out.
it. Well, what
He's a bit lucky there, really,
what a
to
mistake that
finish
is.
up as he did. I'm surprised he played that, to be honest.
That is a mistake, really.
That's early days, I suppose you can take the odd risk here and there.
Well, I would have thought if he was doing that, he would have been better on the other hand.
Well, as I say, to me,
He would have been.
yeah, to me, the shot was a draw shot to the tee all day.
Well,
long. Yeah.
I don't disagree with you there. But I think playing a bit of weight, Ray's got 2 out of that.
Ray's come away from that with probably 2 shots.
A bonus.
And really, against this sort of opponent, you want to be keeping it tight. You've got to give him something to beat.
Thing is, you can't give shots away like that. You'd always think it would be a tight game overall, but
So
once
Ray-
you get into a system of giving shots away, you do it regular.
So Ray's back to his old strategy. Matt right up, probably a yard from as far up as it can be. Jack on the tee,
Yeah.
24 metres or so, the mark. Now, can he get his first wood in and put Kevin under more pressure? Bowling on his forehand. Looks like a decent line.
Yeah, good height.
Sold out a little bit, hello Richard. I thought he got the line there, but White's very good.
You won't be too unhappy with that.
Well, he's got a wood also behind the jack, probably 12 inches off the jack, maybe 15 inches off the jack. Not a bad lead at all. Kevin's running a little bit here, but he might get a little bit of luck. Now he's found the gap and he's sailing through, what, 5 or 6 feet there.
I'm really surprised actually, because Kevin normally finds a good line and weight early on.
Yeah.
But Ray must be putting him under
Well,
more
Ray-
pressure than.
Yeah. If Kevin's bowling through a yard or so or whatever, Ray's just going to continue doing it until Kevin finds it. Okay, Ray's done it this time, but he has got the first wood in.
As you know, though, the trouble with that, when Kevin does find it, it might be too late.
Well, the thing with this game, you've got 4 woods, you have a couple of good ends and pick up a couple of 3s or a 3 and a 4. You can turn the game on its head.
Of course, you can, yeah.
And Kevin's through there. I mean, he's in a nice position if he decides he does want to try and trial it, but the trouble is he's got to get a result, because at the moment Ray's 8-1 up, and if Kevin's not too careful, he's going to find himself, 10 or 12 shots behind. Ray's turned his hand over, but he's missed the weight. Through 4 feet.
Yeah, it's trundling again. This is better.
He might fall in for shot here. That's close. It looks to me as if that's probably just about falling in for shot.
Yeah.
It looks jack high. So Ray might play a trundling wood here. He's got a good lead, and if he does get it, he could be holding 4 shots. He wants to try and drag that jack if he can. That's what he's trying to do. Oh, well, that is a beautiful effort. I think he's probably just run out.
That one's the shot.
Yeah, Kevin currently holding one. So
Yeah, he's got to be.
he needs to just find a nice draw shot and leave the jack alone, which he's done all game so far. Kevin, well, he's got his thing is he's on the board now. He's got another shot. He's got the mat and the jack, so he can change it and see if he can get a lead shot in. And Ray just checking the head to confirm that Kevin is holding. And as long as Ray is happy with that, that takes the score to 8-2. Kevin putting the mat, well, the back of the mat is 2 spots up, so it's what, 2.5 spots up.
Yeah. As we said before, it's all on his first wood.
Yeah.
To apply the pressure.
The jack will be on or around the tee, to give a full mark of 30-ish metres, or whatever it is.
You check the CCTV.
Oh, right.
Somebody's got a car up this side. Mine. Bad wind. Right.
Yeah, that's a good start by Kevin. That's what he's needed. Thank you. Yeah, good line by Ray, but that's just pulled up a couple of 2.5 feet in front of the jack. And Kevin's just overdone that a little bit. Yeah, what sort of line and length has Ray got this time? Yeah, still a little bit short. Just needs a little bit more land and about a yard more weight. Ray just asking the marker. It's 2 down. Oh, Ray's a bit tight with that. Now, if Kevin can just get one up to the jack just to put a bit of pressure on, or a bit more pressure on, should we say. Yes, it looks positive. Oh, too positive. So, Ray just steadying himself. Yes, I'm afraid Ray pretty much give those away. So Kevin coming back a little bit, 8-4. So Kevin keeping it at reasonable long length. Little bit wide and about 5 foot through. Gives Ray a chance now to get back into the bowling system. Looks a very good line, and the length is very good as well. Pardon me. Little touch up. This is coming well by Kevin.
You're holding one, that's shot wood. And where's Kevin's in relation to the gap? Half of wood in front.
Good height? No?
Yeah, good height. Yeah, come round the back. Yeah, not a bad place. Not a bad place. Oh, that's such a good effort. Such a good effort. Yeah, Ray can still stick with that hand. He's got a little bit of help with his wood that's about a foot and a half through. Yeah, similar wood. Now Kevin's got a bit of a decision here. If he is closer than his last one and picks up his wood, he might just knock the jack sideways and give Ray a couple. So he's got to be a little bit careful. I mean, he's really got to split his wood and Ray's wood and send Ray's out. Right, Ray's took that one, played safe-ish with it, which can't say I blame him. He's hopefully getting back to his favoured length. So he's sent another good jack up. As we kept saying all along now, change of length, he needs a good wood on the jack, put the pressure on. That's not a bad start, not a bad start. I think he'll be quite happy with that. Kevin's got an half decent line here. How's your weight? I just rolled through a little bit. So the marker favours Kevin's. Just. Full contact there, might have just turned it over a bit, which would have probably give him the shot. Kevin sticking with the forehand. Now Ray's got something to rest into. Oh, that's so unlucky, so unlucky. If he'd have caught it full, it would have fell back and got the shot. It's given Kevin a nice little target now. Interesting. Ray's sticking to the backhand.
A little tight.
No, I think he's okay. Oh, you're right, Helen. Yes, this has got to be a look-see. Any forward motion on the jack could give Kevin 4.
Kevin's just going to pick his hand now and draw a bow for shot. Steady as you go, Kev. Oh dear. Oh, goodness gracious me.
I think he's looking in disbelief.
That wasn't a million miles away, was it? If he trailed that jack, wow. But hey ho.
Right, 1 to Ray.
Ray going back to the short jack by the looks.
About 8 inches in front of the tee. I would say it's very tactical, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like you say, first ball means a lot, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Put your opponent under pressure. Kev's on the tighter line again. Right.
Yeah, weight's
Shot
good.
back,
Yeah.
yeah. Shot bow.
Yeah, weight's good. I think Ray's let that one go a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit wide, but
Yeah, weight, not too bad really. Chance for Kevin now to make something of it.
capitalise on the error. Oh, trundling through on this one. Well, it's not wasted.
Bit of an adrenaline rush, don't you think?
We all have them, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. Round the forehand.
It's better from right.
Yes, shot wood. That looks tight for Kevin.
Wow. Has he got the weight? No.
Railed in one. Kevin got 2 catches. Doesn't look a big target, but Kevin has also got Ray's bowl to come off. A shoulder there. If he does, it could knock it over to his other 2, which would be nice. But that depends on what Ray does now.
He's going to sit on his own, is he?
Gives him a bigger shoulder now. Yeah, sticking to the forehand.
Oh, he doesn't like it, but got one out. So
Yeah, I don't
that's a
think he
pretty
liked.
bonus.
Yeah, I don't think he liked it, but he's got away with it.
Up goes the mat again. All right.
So Ray finding this mark quite productive. I am a little bit surprised Kevin hasn't found it as well, because he normally likes and does play the shorter marks. But I suppose it's on the day, it's how you feel. Yeah, not a bad start from Kevin. Ray about a yard short. So a chance now for Kevin to put a little bit pressure back on. Yeah, just what the doctor ordered. I think Ray will be changing his hand here. Oh, this isn't a bad line from Ray. Oh, what a bowl. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Oh, bowled. Pretty much the same shot now for Kevin. Shaking his head a little bit and a bit of a smile, so
I think he's trying the same.
yeah.
If he's up, he's all right, you know.
Trouble is, if he catches it full, he's going to push it through to Ray.
He followed it through.
Yeah, well done, well bowled. Well, for Ray now it's the others. It's the forehand. Well, what some bowling this is, guys. What a shame. So unlucky. 3 cracking woods, one after the other there. Now, what's Kevin going to do? Yeah, he's took it. Right, Kevin bowling 2 yards up and bowling to the tee. Not a bad start, not a bad start. Yeah, Ray just pulling up, a couple of feet short. Kevin to get another one in the head, put some pressure on, but he's just overcooked it. It's just dropped into the ditch. Right, he's gone a bit higher there, so and it looks like a very good wood. Yes. Yeah, nice little toucher. So, regained the initiative. Hey, Kevin. Are you going to give Ray a nudge? You are. Oh, that's so unfortunate. 2 to Ray.
Right, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had a little emergency to deal with there, which we're still trying to deal with. But for now, I'm back.
Oh, Ray. Ray's just got a beauty. Mind you, I think Kevin might be having a shot at this.
It's going to be a good draw shot on the forehand to get in there, isn't it, Rich?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm very surprised at his weight.
And that's his last wood as well, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that's shocked me, that has.
It'd be a hell of a shot to save on a draw there, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to be playing into it, surely. But anyway.
Very surprised, very surprised.
It looks like Ray is well in control of this game at the moment. Is that right, Richard?
Yeah, definitely. And if he puts this one in,
That would be demoralising for Kevin, wouldn't it?
yeah. Don't think he's quite there with this one, but a nice 3 otherwise.
It was a good effort.
Yeah.
He just finished. Has it finished short?
Wow.
So take the 3 away, Kev. You can have a much better look at the head then.
Yeah, I think he's happy with
3
that.
shots. 14-5. Commanding position here from Ray. Has he kept the same tactic of moving the mat right up? No?
Oh, he's changed the tactics now. Oh, gee, this looks about the same mat as where Kevin was from the other end. So Ray must have felt nice about it to
So we're looking at 28 metres maybe?
Yeah.
27, 28 metres?
yeah, 27, 28.
Ray bowling forehand. Seems to be his preferred hand at the moment. Today.
Yes. Kevin needs to pick up the pace.
Yeah, it's always doable when you've got 4 woods. As I say, 2 or 3 decent ends can get you back in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we've all been there, haven't we? You know,
Yeah.
thought the end is nigh, and
Yeah.
as you say, a couple of good ends,
Well, Kevin's
6 or 7,
right,
and
Ray's left Kevin a bit of room to get in there, but Kevin unfortunately hasn't grasped the opportunity. He's bowled it 2 yards through.
yeah, Kevin don't seem to be doing what Kevin can do.
It's always a different game when you're playing something like this. It's not like playing a league game. There's so much more pressure, isn't there, really? And some players can handle it better than others.
Yeah, Ray's got another good one there.
Yeah,
That's a beauty.
He's adjusted from his first one and got that nigh on perfect, hasn't
Yeah,
he? 2 or 3 inches off the jack.
and look at the line. If he drops the wood down, it hits the jack. It goes towards his.
Kevin's on a decent track here. If he's
There's the
reaching.
weight. I don't think he is.
Well, a yard of pace on that might have got him a result. So that matters worth. I think he's probably just fallen out. Could be second, but hard to tell from this angle.
Yeah, decent height again, coming round
Yeah.
nicely.
Bowling pretty consistently from what I can see at the moment, Ray.
Yeah,
Obviously not feeling the pressure because he's built himself up a good lead. Bowled that wood jack high, holding 2, possibly 3. So again, Kevin needs to, he needs to be winning the end. I don't know about getting second wood. He's got to get some points on the board, otherwise he'll be out before he knows it. Good effort there from Kevin, finishing a good spot, but still at least 2 down.
yeah. He needs to make something happen, doesn't he?
Yeah. And if you can't find it on a draw line, perhaps play a little bit more aggressive. You've got a reasonable target there to trundle into. I know there's a gap, or a couple of gaps, but if you play that sort of controlled way with a yard or so, you've always got a chance of getting results using the woods. Now, if he does drag that jack back, it probably favours Kevin. What's Ray going to do here? Is he going to draw another one in or put one behind? I'm guessing he'll probably aim to draw it. Kevin's not the.
I think he'd love one about a foot in front.
Yeah, or half a yard behind in front of Kevin's wood. He's still bowling forehand.
Oh, he's put a bit into that.
I think he's perhaps aiming to cover the back, but I'm
Yeah,
not sure
he
that's going to
is.
stay on.
No, I think he's all right. Yeah,
Yeah, he's covered the back.
actually, he's covered the back and the side spot, I think.
Yes, I mean, Kevin has got that nice control drawing through the head. Yeah, but if he can get the jack clean and drag it through, he could pick up 3 shots here. It's going to be easier than the perfect draw. He has got the perfect draw as an option. But of course,
Trouble is, it's just mounting and mounting on him all the time.
yeah.
Yes. And I think Darren, pressure drags you down as well.
Well, he's coming with a bit of weight, which is exactly what I would do if I was in Kevin's position. And, well,
Ooh, 3.
Wasn't a lot wrong with that. It was a good effort.
I think he's made 3 of that though. Definitely 2. Yeah.
Just confirm that was 2 shots and not 3. hasn't been adjusted yet, so definitely 2. Three shots, 17-5, so it's game on, Kevin. Ray's kept the mat back, but he's also bowled the jack perhaps a little bit shorter.
Shorter, yeah.
So what he's doing now, he's just changing the weight each end, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not giving.
He knows that Kevin's fishing for it, and Ray's bowling pretty consistent weight wise. Certainly bowling more consistent than what Kevin is.
Yeah, Kevin needs to have a couple of ends where he gets 2-3 of his bowls.
So the first shot is forehand.
But Ray's, as you say, keeping the pressure on. And he's not giving him many chances to score multiple.
Yeah. He's a couple of feet behind the head there, but at the moment Kevin's not really bowling tight enough to beat that, is he?
That's right.
So,
yeah, that's exactly right.
on another day, Kevin would punish you for that. Decent effort here.
See, that's rolling on a bit.
Yeah, and he's just gone through that. Well, he's gone through a yard, an extra 9 or 10 inches behind Ray's wood.
I mean, this is where Ray's been doing the damage. Is if he hasn't got it with his first, he's sort of 7-8 times out of 10 he's coming with the second.
Yeah. Well, he's a little bit loose again, but he's probably in for 2 there.
It's not loose. I sign into again next year because I can't play two ends, 2 games. I'm 18 now.
Yeah, it's a common complaint.
You just can't do it. Back's absolutely killing me.
Yeah.
You're never ringing any painkillers with me. I'm not going to go and have a good game. I appreciate it. But neither of us bought pretty well.
Yeah.
We were all over the place.
Yeah.
You were getting shot a yard away.
Yeah.
I mean, that ring's terrible, really.
Yeah, it's not the easiest.
Right, Kevin's just took the shot.
Yeah, this evening we have a Skittles evening on at the club. I think it's celebrating Valentine's, is that right? As soon as this game is finished, they'll be getting set up ready for this evening. Not sure what time this evening starts.
Kevin looks to have a nice line here. And wait.
Yeah, this is exactly what Kevin needs to do. He's put the pressure back on Ray now a little bit, although Ray's not going to be too concerned with the 12-shot lead. If Ray can cut it down to 1, then I'm sure that he'll be happy with that. And if he can get shot, it's about, well, he's tight and light, isn't he? He didn't quite get that away well, did he?
Oh, I don't know, it's coming.
Well, it's held the line, isn't it? Well,
It's
I never
coming
thought.
down, okay.
Well, I never thought that was going to reach when he let go of it. At the moment, Kevin's holding 2. Chance to draw in for 3.
Which he really needs to. And it don't look too bad how this is coming. Rest on Ray's now.
I think it's good
that'll be
enough.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 shots, Kevin. Well done, Kevin. Exactly what you need to do at this stage.
Well, you just give 3 away and you've got them back, which is what you need to do. So 17-8. I mean, Kevin's got to pretty much play flawless bowls now to get himself back into it. As Darren said before, a couple of good ends and
Well, it picks up, you know,
2 and a
if you
3.
keep hold of the jack for the next 3 or 4 ends.
That's it.
Even if you're picking up 1s or 2s, that's enough to get you back within sight of Ray.
Yeah, that's true enough.
But you've just got to keep winning the ends now.
He's not happy with that.
Missed opportunity there to put Ray under pressure. It's a good 4 feet down, that is, isn't it? Probably 5 feet off the
Yeah,
jack.
5 feet, yeah.
And Ray's bowled the sort of lead that,
Well,
the
Kevin needed to
that is
do.
the ideal lead from Ray. It's
That's-
actually a toucher, so that's a bonus. And it'll take a bit of beating, that is. I think Kevin's bowled a yard of weight on that, isn't he? But
Let
on
it
that
go.
line, it's going to just sail through.
Just let it go, innit?
Yeah.
Which is what he
That's-
don't want. That'll be in the ditch.
A poor effort, that really. That was more a draw line, but with weight.
I'm looking at Kevin. He looks a bit tired.
Yeah, well, he is under the weather. He's got a
Yeah.
virus going on, so that ain't going to help his cause.
Yeah. Right. Looks to have another good wood here. Yeah.
He's in the zone, isn't he now, Ray?
Yeah.
Rise your toucher. Raise touching the jack, yes. Resting on it.
He's on a tighter line this time, Richard.
He is, but
I think he's far away here with that weight. He's very close.
that one
Well,
Ray's in front.
Oh, Kevin, that's a really good effort, mate. It's
I
fin-
mean, he's got to be spot on with something like that. With that
Yeah.
one Ray's got, his second wood.
He's finished in a good spot there. If he can play a similar wood and just get that green adjusted to land on the wood and the jack, he
Ray,
could possibly spring that jack across.
Ray's turned his hand.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be drawing though on
Oh,
drawing
gosh,
on the
yeah.
hand because
He just
Well,
wants
he's
to.
actually got an opportunity to win the game here, hasn't he, Ray? If he can get in with another wood.
Well, that's a good wood. That is.
Yeah, and
That is a good wood.
if it is counting, it's a bonus. I'm not sure as it is. It's difficult to tell.
I think it is, Darren. Yeah, I think that's counting.
It's gone a bit-
Kevin's
bit more
gone a
positive.
bit wild here.
Probably a bit too positive, I would say, but
a bit wild.
Well, Ray's got a chance.
Holding 3.
Where is Kevin's closest? Same with yours as the first.
So Rob favours 3 there, but he can't say 100%. So if Ray can draw within a yard, it could be game over. Looks like he's got it away well.
Yeah. Don't look bad at all.
It's good enough for
Yeah.
third, so the question is whether his 4th wood is in or not.
Well,
If it is, then it's game over. At the moment,
I think my money would be on a yes.
I think Kevin would be wise just to put the measures on regardless, because it's game on shot. So don't look at him. Just tell him to put the measures on, and then you know for certain. Kevin likes his own wood, so Kevin needs to win this measure to stay in the game. Ray's currently on 20, and this measure will determine as to whether this is the end of the game or not. It looks like 4. That's
Yeah.
game over.
Game over.
Well done,
that's
Ray.
it.
Well bowled, Ray. That's a good, convincing win there over Kevin. I think Kevin perhaps not feeling a bit from a health point of view.
No, a bit
He's
under
not-
the weather, yeah. It doesn't help, does it?
So Ray goes through to the last 8. So the first 4 to qualify to the quarters and semis is Jim Collins, Matt Watkins, Ray Kellard and Keith Alders.
Yeah. And thank you to the viewers, thank you to Darren, to Helen and to all the bowlers. Well done.
And just a reminder that the Group C and D stage of this tournament will be played in 2 weeks' time on Saturday the 24th. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, cheers. Have a good weekend.